Mobile ticketing for public transportation, a technological revolution introduced to you by Eilon Gur, Noé Rosenzweig, and Yair Baris. The main reason for choosing this revolution for our project was the number of people this technological revolution has impacted and will continue to impact. Most of society uses some type of public transportation, so changing the ticketing system using technology affects most of society. This timeline shows the changes throughout the years of the ticketing system for public transportation, transitioning from the very first paper ticket until what the future of ticketing using technology might look like. If we take a look at the whole world, 35 million trips using public transportation are taken every weekday. Since 1995, public transit ridership is up 34%. We asked ourselves why so many people choose public transportation as their main mobility tool. The answer was pretty clear. For one, it's cheaper than any other type of transportation. It's more ecological, it's safer, and the time spent traveling can also be spent working, studying, and etc. So it's very understandable the need for society to make passenger experience easy, quick, and efficient, a form of social shaping. This is seen through the change in the ticketing system throughout the years. Let's take a deeper look into what was used then, now, and what the future holds. The first form of tickets for public transportation were handwritten paper tickets, which a traveler had to purchase from a ticket seller. This ticketing method was used until the invention of computers and printers, which provided the next phase of tickets, printed paper tickets. The invention of the vending machine allowed travelers to purchase tickets directly from a machine without the need for a ticket seller. Vending machines were improved according to society's needs, and the option to pay using a credit card was implemented. The invention of the transit pass or travel card introduced a new period method. Passengers now had the option of either buying a pass for a certain amount of time, which allowed them to use any type of public transportation in that time frame, or loading the pass with multi-trip tickets, which they could use at any time. Cell phones were introduced into society, and many daily uses were integrated into these cell phones. The rate of technological usage is following an S-shaped pattern among passengers using public transit, known as the S-curve. Usage of mobile communication devices grew tremendously during the first 3 years, from the era of ferment, which took place in 2010, starting at 25.6% to 47.8% in 2013. Over the 5-year period, up until 2015, the passengers conducting visually oriented activities on their devices grew at a faster rate than the passengers using mobile devices, as well as the total number of passengers using audio-only tasks dropped. The maturity period in 2015 resulted in almost every person owning a mobile device, regardless of age. Discontinuity of most pre-smartphones occurred, while the smartphone started a new S-curve. We spoke with one of the leading companies in Israel and the world that provides mobile ticketing for public transportation in order to better understand the theory on this revolution. To understand how to turn their vision into reality, the company Hopon needed to first understand how mobile ticketing works and how they can combine it efficiently with public transportation. Gathering information, they realized the best approach would be to install a small beacon in every bus that transmits a signal. The passenger, who has the app installed on their mobile phone, receives the signal, and that establishes the connection between the phone and the bus. Once they had enough knowledge, they needed to persuade the bus companies to try the idea. One bus company was willing to give it a try. Hopon installed the beacons on all the buses of the company chosen, and the project was put to the test. Posters and marketing were necessary to ensure people were aware of the new bus ticketing option, and the project was a success. Hopon then started working with other cities all around the world. The app is user-friendly and used on a day-to-day basis. Since mobile ticketing was introduced at a time when people were used to downloading and using new apps, it was an easy transition and people understood the new technology easily. Therefore, no significant change in human behaviors or values were needed. In addition to the revolution mobile ticketing for public transportation has on society and the economy, a new term is introduced. Mobile ticketing allows the collection of big data. Big data is a new concept in our world that is slowly evolving and will make a big impact on society and the economy. The network effect is present, and the value of the product and service increases due to the growth in users and big data collected. Wanting to take this revolution a couple of steps further, mobile ticketing in some parts of the world now provides a service where a passenger gets onto any means of public transportation and their cell phone automatically recognizes they got on. It subtracts the payment directly from the passenger's bank account without them having to press a single button. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This method is in beginning stages and has only been implemented in a few places in the world. The future is unknown yet promising, and what seems to lie ahead is the seamless payment method, a method that calculates a certain passenger's all-around trips during a certain month and deducts that entire amount once a month automatically. In conclusion, mobile ticketing does and will continue to impact public transportation.